they are now, so that next time you know what you're looking for.
Yeah, it's these headphones.
Yeah.
Clever.
We've still got Zoxa as your icon. Zox on the Dragonborn. He was awesome. Dragonborn Paladin, I think. All right. Shall we begin? So, welcome to our regular random Monday gaming session. So no, there'll be a game on next week, but then I'm going to pause the game for 3 weeks because I've got holiday and a trip to Belfast planned. So we'll get started. Say again, Seabob?
Yeah, I've just lost. Again. Carry on.
Will do. At the moment, the Mithras game is on hold on the basis of the developer who's responsible, and it's a community project, not an official rule set. Hasn't fully updated it to version 12. That's on the way, and it's just causing lots of problems. So we're not really in a position to continue with that right now. So what I thought we'd do is we would play a bit of Deadlands. Savage World rule system. How to describe the Savage World rule system? So everything runs off dice, obviously. You have a target number of 4. Everything, pretty much, is a target number of 4. As a player character, you roll the skill and a wild card dice to determine so to determine whether you've hit that target number. You choose the one that you want to use. If you roll over, every 4 points above gives you a raise. Raises allow you to do cool things. And they're listed under the skill, or depending, if you're shooting a gun, etc. They all allow you to do cool things. On top of that, you have bennies. Bennies can be used they're effectively fate points that you would have in other systems, luck points that you would have in Mithras, inspiration that you would have in D&D. Fate bennies allow you to reroll, avoid death, a bunch of other cool things that we can look at as we get going. And then beyond that, that's about it. It's set in the Wild West. It's set in around about 1880. I think it's September 1880 the game starts. However, because it's the Weird West, weird things have happened. During this time, a new rock called Ghost Rock has been discovered. Ghost Rock has then been used by science and magic to do all kinds of weird and wonderful things. Magic exists. And although the characters don't know this, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are currently riding through America, riding on the back of all of the troubles and the other issues that have happened in this time period. So you have war doing stuff, you have famine, death, etc. Recently, there was a flood which turned the whole of the West Coast into a giant maze. So the likes of San Francisco, where Los Angeles is, are now all underwater and amazing. But you're not going to be set there. You're going to be set more in and around, I think what we would know today as Colorado. But I think it's the Sioux Nations, and specifically, as you can see, Deadwood. That's about it, really. So characters are obviously characters are heroic characters. Your aim is to be a force of good. to uncover troubles and to deal with troubles. It would be a mixture of mundane and weird stuff, undead, strange creatures, werewolves, vampires. Vampires becoming a theme, aren't they? Etc. So yeah, so that's it. So there's a small kind of, I want to say 10 or 12 chapter campaign that we're going to start off with. Whether we'll finish the campaign, we'll see how we go. My goal would be to kind of run this for sort of until Christmas, and then we'll take stock of where we are and see whether we're enjoying it and we want to carry on. With us, we have an old friend Seabor, who's joined us. He, for our regular viewers on Twitch and YouTube, may remember or may recognise his voice, certainly from some of the earlier D&D games.
I stood in for a couple of you guys.
Say again, bud?
I stood in for a couple of you guys.
Yeah, exactly. And then we'll also have another friend of ours called Otis. So Seabar and Otis are in my regular face-to-face group on a Wednesday. They will be Otis will be joining us probably in early September.
Once I finish feeding my face, I will put my camera on.
No worries, bud.
Oh, okay. That's not a bad thing.
Trying to convince someone's hard to join us, so we'll see if we can do that. All right, so any questions before we get going? Get going means we roll characters and we set them up and then we start the game.
I think that's a no then.
Cool. Let's do this. So you should have under journal, you should have a section called rules and other useful bits. In there should be a section called making heroes or a section called characters. Characters is the generic Savage Worlds version. Making heroes is the specific Deadlands version. And we can just wander through that and make it happen. There we go. Beautiful printer working in the background.
Quiet at the moment.
Okay, so you each should have access to a character sheet. So let's start by, I'll get a generic character sheet up as well, actually. Okay, so we start by obviously naming your character. Everybody is a human. You have no choice on that. You have to be a human. That means you start with one edge at novice level. Based on, I wouldn't select your edges until later because you would want to be able to qualify for the edge. An edge is an advantage. Think of it like a feat in D&D, or it's more than a skill. So a feat in D&D, a trait or ability in something like Symbaroum, where you can excel at a certain thing. In terms of character creation, then, so everybody starts with 5 points that you can distribute amongst your 5 attributes. Each attribute starts at a D4, and you can spend as many points as you want in any skill. Maximum can be D12. But you only have 5 points to play with. For those, I know Mehdi and Kath have both had to think about what they want to play. So the huckster, for instance, has a minimum attribute requirement, so you would need to spend points to meet that minimum requirement, and the same with the blessed character. And I know, Seabold, we're throwing you in the deep end here in terms of you won't have really thought about this. So in terms of, because I know you quite well, in terms of the kind of characters that might suit you, probably a straight up gunslinger with no real fancy trick beyond being damn good at shooting a glowing rifle.
Yeah, quite like that.
Or you can go complicated and play some kind of scientist. Eddie would be, Otis would be more scientist based, I imagine.
Yeah. Okay. I've got my character sheet. Can you still pop the sheets out?
I haven't. Oh, okay. Hang on. So what we found is some settings don't work with it popped out, but I'm just going to activate it and we'll see what happens. Where is it? Pop out. There it is. Boom. Right. This might kick everybody out, so apologise if it does. We'll need to relog back in. Yes, it has.
It's just refresh the page for me.
Back in.
Yeah, refreshed. Okay, so now pop out should be active.
Yep. So I'm assuming I'm picking up my character sheet from the actors tab.
Yes.
Actors, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Pop out. Cool.
Okay, so so let's start with general character ideas. General. Let's start again. Attribute allocation. Where is it? Okay, so.
Okay, so how do we raise the attribute type?
So if you click on the cog where it says manage attributes, you can raise it there.
Ah, right, okay. There we go.
So let's very quickly plan something for Steve-Ball. Let's have a look. That is not achievable, so you're looking at the wrong thing. So what do you want to have? You want to be a blessed, don't you? Okay, so if you look at background edges, arcane background blessed requires spirit of 6 and faith of 4. And then a huckster requires gambling of 6 and spellcasting of 4.
Is there a tank class?
A tank class. You
know me.
I know you. So there's a soldier class, if that works.
That might work.
Ex-military. Serves in the military, ex-military. It gets complicated because you go for officers, so maybe that's a little bit too complex. So let's
try that.
That is all 5 used, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have a look. So something like if we just want to focus on you being sort of a tank isn't necessary because there's not really the concept of armor. Most people take guns rather than. I mean, some people use weapons, but most people take guns. So if you concentrate on, say, just a gunslinger, just a straight up sort of gunslinger.
Okay.
You'd be looking at quick draw as a combat edge, which requires a D8 in agility. You could also go for duelist, which makes you quick in duels. Not not hugely useful because, well, in the sense of you need to be calling people out and actually having duels. Quick draw is better because it gives you two cards when you spend a penny for an additional action card at the beginning of a round. We'll explain that later. And I think it allows you to be just basically draw quicker when you're interrupting other people. So that's an option. What else?
Okay, but these 5 points we've got, are they for just attributes, or are
Just
they attributes
attributes.
and skills? So the skills are derived from the attributes, are they?
No, we'll get to skills in a minute.
Ah, right, okay.
Right. So if I put my agility up to a D8,
Yeah,
that's going to cost me 2 points out of my 5.
yeah.
Okay. So
And then if you want to think about something like you probably want vigor and maybe smarts.
okay, can you raise attributes later?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Right. Okay. So I don't have to go mental now then. Right. So if we go with gunslinger, so that's a D8 in agility.
Yep.
Vigor, I'm assuming, is constitution.
Vigor goes towards your amount of toughness that you have. Yes.
Okay. Well, let's do a D8 in that. So that's 4 points and strength. Spirit. So what's the spirit? The
Hang on. Let me get you a definition of your derived stats. 1 second.
guns.
Right. So pace is equal to 6. Parry is 2 plus your fighting dice. So you probably want to think about fighting later, but that we'll come to that in a second. Toughness is is 2 plus half your vigor. So yeah, actually that's not bad. Actually, 2 in vigor. Yeah, and then that gives you 1 spend left, I think. Seabull.
Okie right. Attributes. Right, okay. If you wanna, I'll have a little look. Gunslinger. Hang on.
So if you continue to look at making heroes, further on you've got edges. You should have access to a bunch of edges, but I didn't share them with you. So let me get the edges up. Basic edges.
Right, edges. Background edges at Old West. Okay. Okay, let's just go with strength at the moment. Okay, so that's my 5 points. Soldier, strength D6, bigger D6. Yeah.
Soldier is you could definitely go with soldier. Hang on, let's just see what you need though to qualify, because it's quite a tough one to qualify for at the beginning. So private, if you wanted to get the soldier edge, as a private, you would need a fighting of D6 and a shooting of D6, but they're skills, so we need to tackle that next.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Okay, it's interesting. You don't have many skills on there. Where's all the skills gone?
They're just starting skills.
What did you say? Sorry, Kath?
I think they're just the starting skills, because it says here that core skills are athletics, common knowledge, notice, persuasion, and stealth, which is what those are. The rest, you have D4 on each of these 5 core skills. Buying skills next year, 12 points to buy skills.
Yes. Okay. So let's do that next then. So buying skills.
Basic skill, 1 die.
So you have 12 points. So those skills that are listed on your character sheet, so athletics, common knowledge, notice, persuasion, stealth, are core skills that everybody has. You start off with a D4 in those, as the character sheet shows. You then have 12 points to buy skills. If you click on the, you want to know what skills are available, don't you?
Yeah.
Hang on. So I've just shared edges. Let me share skills. 1 sec.
So they start at D4, nothing to do with the attributes, and the attributes aren't linked with skills.
They're relevant, yes, but they're not linked as such.
Okay.
The relevance is this. So it costs you 1 point to raise the skill up to the same dice level as your attribute, and then it costs you 2 points to raise it for each dice above the attribute level.
Right. Okay. Makes sense.
So under the items tab, that didn't quite do what I wanted it to do. Oh, well, that's a bit rubbish, isn't it? You can. Right, hang on a sec. Bastard. You've got all the skills and stuff listed, but it's not quite done it in a way that I wanted it to do. So let's see if I can share it with you in a different way.
I say we can't see anything at the moment under items.
Yeah, okay. Under compendium, if you go into compendium, which is obviously the icon that looks like an old floppy disk, you should be able to see Savage World System basic skills.
Yeah.
So those are your basic skills. So for each one of those that you want to buy, it costs you 1 point. So to get a skill, that was clever. I've just opened every single skill on my screen. And every edge as well, so that's a bit of a pain. So to raise a skill costs 1 point starting at D4. As long as it's not higher than the attribute to which it's linked, then it costs 2 points. You can't have electronics, you can't have hacking. There is a new skill called trade if you want to do that, if you see yourself as running a business. You don't need language skills. Everybody generally speaks English. Well, everybody speaks English. Language, if you want it, is to speak one of the native American tongues or something along those lines, Spanish or something. Fighting drives your parry skill. Parry is useful if you're in hand-to-hand combat, so you probably all want parry. Or fighting. Shooting. Where is shooting? Shooting. Shooting is obviously your shooting skill. Riding is for riding horses. Persuasion, occult. What do you need for? What do you need for black?
There we go. If the character sheet popped out and you try to drag the skill over, it doesn't show until you pop it back in again. Then it shows it again. So I ended up with
6 of the same skill.
More or less. I got 3 gamblings, and for some reason,
Yeah, so Seabor's got the same problem here. He's dragged agility in. Dragged. Oh no, he's not. It's working fine. He's got fighting, shooting, agility. Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah.
So one edge you get at the start. Yeah, we'll come to that in a second. We're doing things slightly out of sequence because I just want to get the basics done.
So it costs 1 point to buy in.
Yeah.
And then a point to raise it up.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, and we've got 12.
Yes, and
Okay.
if it hits, if you want to raise it above the linked attribute, then it costs you 2 points. So, for instance, Seaball, shooting agility, you can go 3 points will get you to D8, but then it will cost you a total of 5 points if you wanted to then go to D10.
Okay, so to bring. Okay. I see. Edit button. Right. Okay. So it's cost me 3 points to buy those 3 skills. If I go to a D8, that's 5 points.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Shooting. So if I went that's with D6, that's 6 points.
Yep. So shooting is pistols and rifles, fighting is hand to hand.
Ah, right. So I've got stealth down there, and I've bought stealth. I don't need to buy it, do I?
Yes, you. Oh no, you don't. No, because it is a common attribute. Yeah, cool.
Right. Okay. So that's 5 points I've got still. Okay.
It's going to cost you 1 point to buy it at D4, 1 point to get it to D6, and then 1 point to get it to D8. So it's 3 points.
okay, so let's see.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6,
6.
7, 7. 7, 8, 8. Nine, 10.
Did you, Seabold, did you spend a point in unskilled?
Yes.
You can't. You can't.
I'll do that. Okay.
No.
I'll take that out.
Yeah. Unskilled is always D4.
Two. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 10. So 1, 10 points.
I've got 3 more.
Okay. $10 points. my skills.
Two, three, 4, 5, 6.
Between background edges. Is that just stuff that's passive? Okay, I can't hear you, Mr. Rowe.
That's because I'm on mute. I've been talking away to you all, and I'm on mute. Yeah, we'll go back to background edges and hindrances and other stuff in a second.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
You mentioned parry a minute ago. That isn't a skill. Is that?
It's derived, yeah.
Ah, right. Okay. Looking at that. Spans.
Torrent Hart might be joining us, although he might wait until next week. Okay, so has everybody spent their skill points?
I've got one left. It's trying to decide what to put it in.
Has anybody got healing? Medi.
Yay!
Yeah,
I don't do healing.
Because healing this is brutal when it comes to healing.
Oh, great! I'm gonna fall over lots then.
Right, give me a sec. Sorentar is coming in, so I'm just going to create Sorentar a character.
Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that can't be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, that's fine.
I had to go over spell. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah, I was spent.
Right, Jessica. King is dreams.
With my sound. 1 second. I might lose you.
6.
I'll make it 12 for you, Kath, at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd overspent, then corrected it, and I was just double checking I'd done it right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got
Can
stealth
people
you're
still hear
given.
me?
Spellcasting is new, so that's 2. Shooting is new, so that takes you to 4. Occult is new, that's 5. Notice is up by 1, that's 6.
Evening.
Intimidation is new, 7. Hello. Gambling is new, so that's 9. Fighting is new, that's 10, 11. And then athletics is up by 1, so that's 12. Yeah, so that's your 12.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So athletics and common knowledge smarts you've left. Common knowledge. Why have you got common knowledge smarts twice there, Medi? You don't need that. Let me.
I
Yeah.
found when I was adding the skills into the character sheet or changing the levels, I'd have to close the character sheet and reopen it again for it to refresh on the screen.
Yeah.
That could be my browser though.
Faith is new, so that's three skill points. Fighting is new 4. Healing is new 6. Intimidation is new 8. Shooting is new 10. Agility 11. So I make it you've got 1 point left to spend, Medi. 12. No, that's fine. Yeah, no, that's fine. Because stealth is a given. So D4 is free. So D6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You've got 2 points left to spend. Be with you in 30 seconds, Sorentar.
Okay.
Okay, so the first thing on your character, and I appreciate this is throwing you in the deep end, just like I've thrown Seabor into deep end, so you've not really had time to think about the kind of character you want. It's a Wild West setting, or technically a Weird West setting, but it's the same kind of thing. Catherine's gone for a huckster, which is kind of a gambling character, uses decks of cards, but has uses those decks of cards to cast magic. Medi's gone for a preacher, who can also call upon miracles from God to aid him in whatever reason he wants to do. Seabor is fleshing out just a not a bog standard, because I'm sure it'll end up being awesome. A gunslinger. So there's lots of options in terms of what you could do. Excuse me, as a character. Straight up bounty hunter, explorer, deserter, grifter.
Yeah, I was thinking something along the lines of a ex like ranch hand that turned bounty hunter. Basically because the ranch had been wiped out by whatever.
That sounds awesome.
Wiped out by me.
I was going to say the preacher walked past them, basically they just followed him.
Right, so
Can't trust these preachers.
let's have a look. Okay, so first things first then. Just going to review this with Sorentar and then we'll catch everybody up. Actually, so everybody's a human, so you have your edge. So for Seabor, Kath, and Medi, you can go ahead now and purchase your edge. Again, in the compendium, you should have access to edges. You want the savage. You actually probably want to look at both the Savage World core rules edges, the basic edges there, as well as the edges for the Deadlands system. So, for instance, I think under Deadlands is where you will find your arcane background.
Yeah.
I don't think there's an so I think you'd get arcane background and then huckster. If I look at this,
Yeah. There's an arcane background west there as well.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The edges do we get? One.
And you only get one, yes.
Right. Okay.
And then I'll come to how you can get another one in a second. So, Sorrental, the first thing you need to do is you've got 5 points to spend on your attributes. A point gives you a dice increase. You can only spend 5 points, and you can only go to a maximum of D12. So you could blow everything onto a D12 for a particular skill, or you could spread them out. As you gain in advances, you're able to increase them over time. So don't worry if you lock yourself down. But if there's a particular edge that you are interested in, it does have a requirement. You're only able to qualify for something that is a novice edge right now. So, as an example,
So have we got somewhere where we've got character sheets?
yeah. So you. Oh, I haven't given you access to one. So no, you don't.
There you go.
Hang on. I created a character for you, but I didn't give you access to it. There you go. So I was looking at your character.
He doesn't get any better, Roddy.
I don't.
I didn't think so.
Um,
Right. So we've got 5 points.
5 points, yeah. So, for example, shooting uses agility. So, and your skills are governed by your attribute. So,
And each plus takes up a dice point, doesn't it? So if I spend 1 point in agility, it goes up to D6. Yada. Right, okay, got you.
Okay, so you should be able to drag your edge that you want onto your character. Yeah. So you've got your cool. Okay, edges. Have you done that? Yep. The next thing to do is look at hindrances. So you can take up to 4 points of hindrances, a major hindrance worth 2 points and a minor worth 1 point. So you could take 2 major hindrances, 4 minor hindrances, or any combination thereof. Hindrances are, I guess, well, they're exactly what you think. They're role play and hindrances to your character. So, for example, you could have a hindrance 1 eye. Just saw that one. That would be a major hindrance, and it would have a penalty applied to it. It would say what that penalty is. Doesn't look like they've got all the details in here, which probably means you need the book, but you've got the PDFs. So as an example, for Medi, you probably... Oh, cool. You know exactly what you want, do you? Pacifist? Only fights when given no other choice. Never allows the killing of... That's perfect. I like it. Yep, I like it. Heroic is good. Yep, I like that for a priest. And then loyal. So you've got 4 points to spend then. So your hindrances, your points of hindrance allow you to...
Where do you find the descriptions of them?
So when you drop them on your character sheet, it all links up.
Right, because at the moment, if I click on them, I'll see Suede, page 22. What the hell is that?
Savage Worlds system, page 22.
Okay. Here we go. Right, okay.
So with your hindrances, Medi, you can do the following. So you can spend 2 hindrance points to raise 1 attribute by 1 die type. You can spend 1 hindrance point to gain an additional skill point. You can spend 2 hindrances to gain another edge, and you can spend 1 hindrance to gain a further $500 worth of gear. You're welcome. Seaball, have you chosen? Are you there? Seaball, you back? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, got it sussed.
You've got it sussed.
Yeah, okay. I'm just still working through. So I've got improved nerves of steel, which says you ignore 2 points of wound penalties.
Yep.
So wounds. I've got 3 wounds.
Yes, everybody has 3 wounds.
So what does that mean in context?
So you take damage.
Yep.
If damage exceeds your toughness, you take a wound. And then
Right.
a wound then generates negative effects on your character.
Okay, so if I'm ignoring 2 points of wound penalties, I've potentially got 2 points of wound before I take penalties.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
I think you still have 3 wounds. You don't have 5 wounds, but the first 2 wounds have no bearing on you.
Okay. Right, thanks for that.
And that's improved toughness, is it?
Improved nerves of steel. So you need, so at my level, I need nerves of steel.
Yes.
So, which is 1 wound. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can add that to my edges.
Yep. So just drop that onto your character. There you go. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
So that's your free edge as a human, and then likewise, you can take up to 4 points worth of hindrances to generate additional 4 points that you can do different things with, like 2 points to buy another edge, 1 point to raise a dice, etc.
Okay, let's have a little look. So I have to take a minor one, do I?
You can take 2 mages, you can take 4 minors, you can take 1 minor, 2 mages and 1 minor. 2 minors and 1 major.
Okay, 4 points worth. Minor is 1, major is 2. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Give myself bad eyes.
As a gunslinger, that would be fun.
As a myopic gunslinger.
Can you come closer, please?
Yeah.
Beautiful, love it.
I've got to get me one of them Gatling guns.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, God, the Gatling guns are lethal.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we keep running up and turning him to face the right direction.
Yeah. Clueless, that's me.
So how? Okay, so you're still reading through Sorentar, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. No worries.
I'm looking
These
at the hindrances.
basic hindrances are locked. Can you unlock them?
So you can't drag them onto your character sheet.
No,
Quick question.
I can't get a description.
How are we moving stats up, by the way? Ah, okay. There's a cogwheel. I've just found the cogwheel. Sorry.
Yeah. So if you look under skills, Seabor, which is under the items tab, there's a skills box. Hold on, you won't be able to see it, so I'll make you observer. All of the various skills and edges are all in there, so you can just search in there for the edge that you want, and that should allow you to drag it over.
Okay, cool.
That's not it's so much trouble.
And then Sorentar, the same for you. You get 12 points to spend on your skills. The 5 with stars, you start off as a D4 by default. any increase to those obviously is just 1 point to increase the dice until you try to push them above the linked attribute, and then it costs 2 points. You can't change unskilled attempt, that's always a d4. And then buying new skills is obviously 1 point for the first d4, and then a point for each skill raise as normal.
Yep. Yeah, not sure which of those images I prefer. I like the second one, to be honest with you, but the first one's okay.
Oh, you sent me the second one, did you?
I'll send you a
Okay.
second one.
Let me know which one you want.
Take your pick.
Well, I've given you the first one I saw, so
Okay.
you've got that for now. I can swap it out as you need it. Medi and Kath, you haven't got any powers, have you?
No.
So how do we get powers? Good question. Good question.
Is it the? Oh, hang on, I might have the Adventure Edition of Savage Worlds. Bear with me.
Use the Adventure Edition, yeah.
I might have about 6 versions of it upstairs, to be honest with you. Bear with me.
So you start with, Medi, you start with 3 powers. 1 has to be Holy Symbol. The other 2 are 2 of your choice, and 15 power points. And as a huckster, so it's detailed on page 64. You start with 3 powers and 10 power points, and those 3 powers come from the list on that page.
Which page was that? Sorry.
Page 64.
Yeah. I've been flipping through trying to.
You've
She's trying to
you've still got 1 hindrance to take.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a minor one that
You like?
one. Yeah. See, Ruthless came to mind, but it's the direct opposite of Medi's.
Yeah.
So I'm trying not to go for that.
Habit. Oh, you've got habit already.
I've got habit already.
Yeah, you need to define what your habit is.
It's going to be cards, shuffling them, isn't it?
No, I've got I've got 4 of the Explorers Edition.
Yeah.
Commanded?
So I'm using the Explorers Edition, which is a newer version than the PDF that I sent. So that's fine. Just use that.
I'll go and grab it then. I'll go pick up one sec.
Yeah, use that.
Yeah, so good. Considering they're taking that skill.
So again, Medi, you should just be able to. Yeah, you don't want to hit new power like I've just done. You should be able to search your power. So you need Holy Symbol as a first. Let's have a look. Okay, so you. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Nice. That's good. Okay. Jeepers, nicely done, Muddy. So same with you, Kath. You've got 4 points to spend. You can distribute it across a new edge at 2 points, increasing a dice, etc. Following the, if you look under the character creation, it tells you what you can spend it on. How are you doing, Seabold?
I've got 2 minors at the moment. I've got Ruthless and Stubborn.
Nice.
Just as well I didn't go Ruthless, otherwise so much collateral damage. Right.
Stubborn's going to be fun as well. Always wants his way and never admits he's wrong. I like the description of ugly. Unfortunately, this individual hit more than a few ugly sticks on his way down the tree of life.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Right.
Vicious, that's quite good.
Yeah. Try not to select the same powers as Catherine this game.
I don't even know whether we've got access to the same ones.
They're pretty
I
standard.
wouldn't have thought so.
So one to know. I don't think it does in the book that we have the Deadlands, the Weird West book here, but some of the older versions have armor as a power, but armor got rolled into protection. So if you want sort of a protection for like an armory type protection capability, then protection is the one to go for.
Yeah, I was thinking something along those lines, but I've not looked at them yet.
The best thing to do is to take if you've got a choice of a power that says basic or doesn't say basic, take the one that's not basic, because that is the Deadlands. That's an updated version, I believe.
Obese.
So there. Okay.
12 points for skills, did you say?
You got 12 points for skills, yes.
Okay. So if I want to take, it's 1 point for every dice up to your main stat, isn't it?
Yes.
Right, okay.
And then 2 points if you go above the stat.
Go above it, yeah.
And the starred ones you have as freebies to start with.
Yeah.
D4.
That's what I wanted.
I'm liking the looks of some of these, so I am loving the hindrances.
One.
I'm assuming driving is going to be. Oh, is riding separate? I can't remember.
Riding is separate.
Yeah, it's going to be agility though, isn't it? Same as driving, I would have thought.
Yes.
Right, Grim Servant of Death, Major.
Okay, nice.
Kind of fits.
Yeah. Kath, I'm just swapping your hindrances out to the ones that are not basic because they have all the detailed description.
Ah, right, okay.
There you go. You've got loyal, habit. You need to define your habit. Curious.
Yeah. Let's close that down.
Curious is great. You can really play on that. I can force you to go and look at every single bleeding side quest.
You're welcome. Yeah, where do I put I can't. Can I edit? Ah. Oh.
I've got 2 hindrances that are basic as well. Where can I find those?
Yeah, let me sort those out for you.
Okay, so ruthless and stubborn.
Ruthless. Stubborn. So likewise, Seaboy, you have 4 more points that you can spend. 2 points can give you a new edge, so you could buy 2 edges, or you can get 1 point to get an extra $500 worth of gear, etc., etc. You can use them to raise skills and stats.
Okay, so do I need to buy all my kit to start with?
You will need to spend. So the $250 does buy all your kit. Yes.
Right. Okay. So if I put 500, that's going to give me 750, correct?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. I
I'll
think
give
I'm
you
going to.
$750, and then I'll give you 3 more points left to spend.
Okay. It says I've got a currency of 500 in there at the moment.
There you go. Updated you to 750.
Right. Okay. There's 2 points in there. So further 2 points, I can buy an edge.
You got 3 points. You got 3 points left because it's 1 point to give you 250.
All right. Okay.
250.
Okay.
So can I increase my traits, my skills or traits?
Yeah, give me a sec. Let me go back to the notes. Right, so you can spend 1 hindrance to gain an additional skill point. So if you wanted to go above, you'd need 2 skill points. If you wanted to increase your attribute, then it's 2 hindrance points to create an attribute. So with 3 left, you could do 2 points to raise an attribute by a dice, and then 1 point to raise a skill by another dice.
Okay, cool. That's good.
Okay, so I bought a new edge, so that's cost 2. That's constructed 2 of the hindrances as it. So I've got 2 points left.
Correct. Yes.
So I could raise a skill or 2 separate skills by 1 dice.
Correct. You basically gain an additional skill point. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 1.
Don't be surprised if I'm tweaking your money, because for some reason the character sheet is wrong. You start off with 250, not 500. Seabar has 750 because he spent one of his hindrances on an extra 500 cash.
Right. Where do we see how much things cost? Because I'm wondering whether to spend my last points on that or not. I can't afford a gun, for example.
If you go to if you go to the core rules, you should have access to the equipment, armor, melee weapons, ranged weapons. So, for example, if you think you can have a horse will set you back 150. A mule will set you back 50. Saddle will set you back 25. And saddlebags will cost you 5.
Okay. I'm guessing we don't start with anything.
You start with only the clothes on your back.
Okay.
If you want a let's say you want a Winchester 73, that is 25 and not expensive. But remember to buy your ammo. If you want a Colt Peacemaker, that's 15. By the way, don't buy personal Gatling guns. They're not available to start with. Besides, a Gatling rifle is $1,000. A Gatling pistol is $400. I mean, Seabour could technically buy one. He could also buy a Gatling carbine. But then he's got no money for anything else.
Why would you need anything else?
You need ammo. You wouldn't have ammo. Yeah, look at me. I've got a Gatling rifle. I'm going to point it at somebody and just hope the fact that it's a Gatling rifle is enough to make them back down.
It would be. All right, so if I had a horse. No.
So
Okay.
I'll take the one that gets me more money. How do I change the stat on my character sheet? Is there something I drag over, or?
Yeah, you should just drag it over.
Yeah, what's it called? Sorry.
What's that? Sorry, you're looking for?
To get the money, the extra money. Start with my last point.
Just spend a point and increase your currency to 750.
Okay.
So if that's your third point, just spend that. How you doing, Torrent? Are you good?
I think I've got 1 point to spend on skills left. I'm just looking through hindrances before I start looking at edges. We start with one edge, don't we? Did you say?
You start off with one basic edge, yeah, and it can be a background edge or otherwise at novice level, because you're all novices.
So I've just added a horse to my gear, and it's not auto-calculating. So
okay, so sadly, then we'll need to calculate value.
okay.
I haven't even looked at powers yet. I forgot about those. Right.
I'm going to have a look, Carson.
I've got to see where powers are. Deadlands. Weird vast core rules.
Okay.
Powers. Okay. So we're only novice at the moment. So yeah, you haven't got much choice in the powers, have you?
No, you've got whatever's listed on your sheet. I think again, Medi, you pulled the wrong deflection over. Yes, you did.
Of course, we've got them from the other book as well, haven't we? Basic powers. There we go.
There you go, Medi. If you look now, they've got a lot more detail. Got it.
Okay, so where are the weapons? Because I cannot find them.
Yeah, I couldn't see weapons either.
The armor. Personal weapons. I've got personal weapons.
Yeah, go for the Deadlands core rules, not the Savage Worlds. Because you've got modern firearms and personal weapons in there, so ignore those ones and pick Deadlands, the Wild West, core rules, and in there you've got melee weapons, ranged weapons, and armor.
Ah, there we are.
It isn't really armor; it's Indian Native American armor, should I say?
Okay. Sensor rifle.
How many powers do I get? 3. Did you say?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
No, hang on. It's 3, but you maybe have a mandatory holy symbol, whereas a huckster has 3 powers and can choose from any on the list that's there.
Right. Okay.
Starting power is 3, and you have 10 power points.
Where do I put the power points?
I've done it, don't worry. At the very top where it says PP. PP.
Mine's empty at the moment, so if I change PP to 10.
I'm
There
not
you
sure.
There we go. And last power.
I'm just tidying your character up a little bit, Kath. Giving you the right things.
Okay, because the powers that I'm dragging over aren't on the Deadlands ones.
Yeah, it might be that I've got access to ones that you don't have access to. So it's fine.
Right.
Just drag them over, and then I'll pull the full versions over.
Right. Okay. 156. Up to what I think it does. Oh, well, could be useful.
Yeah, it's not deducting currency, Medi, so you'll need to keep a track of how much you've spent.
There we go. Right. Now for gear.
For hindrances, did you say we could have, what was it, a major and 2 minors or something? We can have up
Or
to 2.
2 majors or 4 minors, yeah.
It's up to 2 points, isn't it? Up to 2 edges worth. Up to 2 edges worth, basically.
Correct. Yes.
And we start with 1 edge, don't we?
Yeah.
Just want to have a quick look at those 3 that I've got there.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just pulling a couple of different ones. There you go.
Okay. I didn't drag, I just typed them in, so I didn't know whether there was something in there.
Okay.
Yeah, can't do that one. Right. Ranged weapons.
I mean, your typing in is fine because it doesn't do anything specific. It just gives you a description. So
Yeah.
I'll just leave. Vengeful, you'll probably need to put your details in.
Yeah, I thought that was like a generic one for minor. That was like a generic one because it's personal to me, isn't it? Whereas the other ones,
Yeah.
the other ones have got a thought. I thought I'd type something in.
I might have overridden what you typed in by putting the new one in and deleting the old one, which I apologise for.
Oh no, they're okay. For vow and enemy is fine. Those are the 2 that I typed over for source. Yeah. Vengeful was, I just left it as it was.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, got it. So that gives you 4 points. So again, that allows you to buy 2 more edges. It allows you to add 1 edge and 2 points to do with as you please, however you want to spend.
Yeah. Just have a quick look through the edges.
Ammo. So you want ammo for a Colt Thunderer, yeah? So you're looking for pistol ammo large. And for sawn-off shotgun, obviously, you want shotgun shells. So pistol ammo large. I'll drag onto your character sheet. And shotgun shells. So the cost each of these is 0.0 is 6 cents per round. So you need to think about how many you want. So typically a good number to start with is probably 50.
What's the
Yes.
weight, by the way?
Yeah, and watch the weight.
Spencer rifle. Hang on.
Are you going to be on here for?
So there's only native armor for armor. That's
Correct.
the only
Yes.
choice you've got. Right, okay.
Typical Wild West folk don't have armor.
No.
That's not to say you won't encounter it.
Yeah. How long do the powers last for then?
It tells you.
Oh,
Give me a sec.
duration 5. Because and native armor gives what? 1 armor. Okay, I won't bother with armor then.
Okay. I've dragged stuff across Mr. Rowe, but it's not giving me descriptions.
Yeah, a lot of the weapons and stuff don't have descriptions. So if that's what you've pulled across, they don't have descriptions.
Rifle ammo large.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pistol ammo's small and large. So how do you know which one it is? Ah, there we go. 22,
If you
38.
look at the weapon itself, it tells you under the stats. If you do a right click and edit on the weapon, it should tell you there what ammo it takes.
Okay.
Large.
Pistol ammunition.
So, okay, so how do I change it to multiples? Because I'm not dragging that over 50 times.
No. So you should see that you can.
Yeah, there we go.
At the top it says quantity. Put how many.
So that's
Pistol ammunition. It doesn't say. Let's find it in here again. Large. I can't see it. Okay.
What you're looking for, but
Pistol ammunition. It just says pistol ammunition. I can't get to the drop down, and it won't tell me. But I've just found it looks like an L after it. So
this is on your Colt Peacemaker, yeah.
yes.
So it is pistol ammunition large.
Yeah. So I need to drag that across and then edit to the amount.
Correct. Yeah.
Quantity. Okay.
that's that's 10.
No idea how much that costs.
You've got
Yeah.
so much. I mean, the most expensive thing on your couch sheet is going to be the horse.
Yeah, 150. I'll calculate that. So
Is everyone getting a horse?
You don't need to start with a horse. If you've got the money to buy one, buy one. But remember, you need the saddlebags, etc., to go with it.
Yeah.
You can absolutely buy a submersible boat as long as it's a 1800s submersible boat.
All boats are submersible. Whether you can breathe or not is a problem.
Yeah, I've got one of those.
So by my reckoning, Seaboy, you've spent $195.5 already.
Sounds about right. Clothes, I suppose.
You'll need saddle and saddlebags as well if you want to be able to ride your horse, not bareback.
Alright. Gatling shotgun ammo drum. Ooh. Has anybody got a guitar?
No.
No.
You can fuck off.
Nothing wrong with a guitar.
No, it's a singing the Kumbaya. That's the problem.
Let me work out how much I've spent now.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to shoot you. That's got to be done. It has to be done.
Yeah. I think everyone's going to end up with one.
Nice.
Harmonica's on there as well.
Yeah, that's workable.
That was 3 plus 8 plus. Okay. So I've got the essentials. I've got the gun, the duster. Do we need to buy clothing like boots and things, or do we have boots?
I would assume that you already have boots and basic clothing.
Yeah.
But things like a duster, you probably need to spend.
Yeah.
Stetson, you probably need to buy.
I've not seen the hat. Where's Stetson? Yeah, where's Stetson? That's not listed. Ah, there we go. Under hats, it's got its own section. Wow.
Yeah.
What time of year is it?
September. Doesn't matter if you don't spend all your cash, by the way.
No, I'm going to think of some of it.
I won't be spending it all, that's for sure.
You are well over encumbered, though. Let's see if we can figure out why. because you're carrying your horse.
Do we need to get things like food and drink?
Oh, it's got no weight, though. It's got no weight. So
Equipped.
yeah, put things on that you're carrying should be on equipped. that should be on. So that should be carried. Surprised you can't get the bedroom. It's not that sophisticated. Okay, so anything that's in, so your saddlebags.
So should we store it or equip it? Saddlebags.
Store it. So I would store things that you kind of have on the horse and stuff. Let's say. Yeah, you can have a bonnet, a derby, a fedora, a sombrero, or a Stetson. Love it.
I'm going to spy a horse just to carry this stuff. Does the weight change if you put things in things?
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, so for instance, if you just everything's just stored, it drops your encumbrance down.
Where's stored? No,
yeah.
I've got carried, favorite, edit, and delete as the options.
No.
Unless...
So if you click on the carried icon, you can select to something else.
Right, okay.
Something like that.
Right, okay.
A horse has 0 weight, by the way. I didn't realise that. And it was the saddle bag, the saddle that was really crucifying you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's better.
Can I buy a locomotive?
Yeah. Not to start with.
Velocipede.
That's unusual. You haven't got anything like knife on here or anything.
Melee weapons. Separate category.
Right, that's why. Because they had wood axe, so I assumed that would be into the same type of thing, but apparently not.
Are you doing so? Are you okay?
Yeah, just getting the edges together.
Cool. Oh, I like your other edge.
I'll have to
Top
add
one.
up how much I spent after.
No, the bottom one, because I've just updated it with the one with all the text for you.
Got you. No, I was going to choose my last one now.
You're going with the full 3 edges, are you?
Yeah, might as well.
Why not?
Always move stats up, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay, last one's in.
I'm only seeing 2.
Should be on there. I guess I just refreshed.
Might be me. Oh, yeah. I can see it.
Okay. Right, so I think next. I'm not sure why my parry is only showing as 2, because from what I can gather, it's 2 plus half your fighting.
Yeah.
My fighting's D6, so
It should be 5 then, shouldn't it?
that's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
mine's showing 5. Try closing the character sheet down and opening it again. I have to keep doing that to get it to update correctly on there.
Hang on.
No?
No, still showing as 2.
Right, I've got a major problem. I think you might have said your hands about 18 times on your character sheet. Yeah, you do. Lol.
I've got a lot of hands, obviously.
And they're very steady. So for some reason, it's not updating your character sheet. I wonder.
Oh, I was looking in the wrong place. I can see all the skills on the right hand side now. They weren't there before.
Right, maybe a quick refresh will sort the character out. Right.
What the hell?
Out with 250, did you say? Yeah. Right, okay.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's how you cheat having a horse. You have to store them all, the saddle and the saddlebags, even though they're on the horse, because otherwise you're carrying them around. Right. It's going to be a pain in the ass working out how much I spent now, though. Right. 6 plus.
Are we paying for gun belts and holsters, or are they standard clothing that we start with?
No, you have to pay for everything.
Okay, apart from clothes. Okay,
Apart
okay.
from basic clothes, yeah. Done it again to me. You've probably got 16 sets of survival on your character. Yeah. Right, so I've fixed your parry now, Sorentar.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Everybody else's parry working correctly. Yep, your fighting should be D6. Yep, that's correct. Seaboars is correct because it's 4+2.
Do these drag and drop at all? Or
Yeah, you should be able to just drag them and pull them across, yeah.
from the gear and goods?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is your character popped out, Sorentar?
No, they're not popped out now.
Okay.
What
For some
browser are you using? Because I'm wondering it's the same
Edge.
issue I'm having.
Edge.
No, I'm using Firefox. But I've got an issue where I've got to close down the character and open it just so it refreshes.
Yeah, for some reason that seems to be happening now for me. It wasn't happening for me, so I don't know quite what's going on there. So
Well,
just
well,
drag things across once. They're not going to appear. Then just close and open up your character sheet to see them.
I did stored.
Stored. It should have 0 weight anyway. The donkey. Yeah.
No, yeah. So closed it down. Then I've now got 2 gun belts. Amazing.
Yeah. Amazing. I don't know quite why it's doing that because it wasn't doing that earlier. So something weird has happened.
Only got 1 set of chaps though.
Do I need to buy a quick draw holster and a gun belt, or are they the same thing? What's quick draw version?
Holster separate, yeah.
Yeah, the holster
Right.
connected gun belt. The gun belt stores ammunition, right?
Right. Okay, that's fine.
Gun belt holds your gun, yeah, your holster in place, yeah. Yeah, and your pants up, yeah.
And isn't that what your braces are for? You stop twanging my braces, boy. Rude man. How you doing, Seaboy? You doing all good?
I think I'm there.
Cool.
Need to add up the monies, but it's all small stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've spent $249.50 so far.
Hard to spend $750, I tell you.
Yep.
Oh,
But it's worthwhile having because you do have the cost of whiskey and
Yep.
rum and stuff.
nope, I'm teetotal.
But Seaboy is teetotal.
Do you know, it's weird. Ever since I stopped drinking, I find it really difficult for my player characters to actually go and get pissed. Mentally,
never drink
mentally, I
again.
can't do it.
If we go back to Coriolis, you're going to have to. Well, sorry, not when. When we go back to Coriolis, you're going to have to change Seaboy. Is Vice, aren't you?
Oh.
Because you were a.
Well, his voice at the moment is watching Atash get off.
Well, there is that. But you're
Male,
a functioning
female, doesn't
alcoholic.
matter. I was a functioning alcoholic, yeah. This is true.
That needs to be changed.
I'll have to change him, yeah.
All right. Well, as people are wrapping up, let's take a 10-minute leg stretch break, etc. We'll come back and hopefully we can kick off 45 minutes, 50 minutes, a bit of an intro.
Okay. What is a rifle boot?
Didn't leave.
T-ball back.
Yo.
All right. We all good?
Just adding up.
Sounds
I might
like
have to take. It's whether to take some stuff off and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm just adding it up.
I think the next advance, I'm going to have to put an advance into strength just to be able to carry the stuff out in future. Most of this is going to be on the horse at the moment.
All right. I love how Mehdi has gone into super detail with what his character has upon his person. He is like 70 pounds over his encumbrance limit.
That's why I've just been tweaking all mine. I think you'd walked away when I suggested the other item for you, the shotgun thong. I thought you might do. I have this mental image.
I would put a lot of your stuff as stored, Mehdi, because I mean it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff that you've got there. He's got 5 cigars. That's how much detail he's gone into thinking about his character, right?
The only thing I haven't got is rations because I didn't know what we were doing with that.
Mm-hmm. See, Mehdi has bought rations.
Yeah, I bought canteen and things, but I've not bought. I've got mess kit, but I've not got. I haven't got a lantern.
25 over, so I need to change some stuff. Bear with me.
Yeah.
See, if we knew each other, I could lend out money.
Trying to help you out here, Mehdi. It's a lot of.
See, rations weigh quite a lot.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Let's get some rations then. I don't know.
Yeah, you've got far too much gear on you. Even stored your, not stored your over. What is the donkey mule? No, he's got 0 weight. Yeah.
Have you got any rope?
Yeah. Okay. Let's begin, shall we? Let's get sort of 50 minutes of gaming in. Yes. Jesus Christ, he's got everything. Okay. You are at the moment you are either on, so who has a riding animal?
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, you all have riding animals. Okay. So as things stand, by the way, if you want to change your characters' names, otherwise I'll just reference to what I've got them here. So, Tom, you're riding on your horse.
Yep.
You're riding in a group, in a small posse of riders. You've been travelling now, sort of southwards towards Deadwood for several days, and you've kind of got to know each other. Plus the individuals that are riding in the Deadwood stage. The first thing to kind of say about the Deadwood stage is it is armoured. It is heavily armoured on the basis that you're travelling southwards through the Sioux Nations. which can be rather dangerous. You are each, for whatever reason, you are each heading to Deadwood upon or in the presence of the Deadwood stage. Do you want to take a couple of minutes to each sort of describe your characters, what others see, and what they've learned about your character in the last few days of travel? Start with Medi, because he's the sort of Medi rides in the stage itself, but you will know that there is a mule attached to the stage that is apparently his character's possession. Matthew the Mule. And it's worth pointing that the Deadwood stage, despite its armor plating, do not only allow but actually actively encourage travelers to carry personal protection of the weapon variety, by the way, not of any other kind. Stop it. How preachy is Colt? Okay. Got it. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's go next.
Okay. I'm on a horse. Harry the horse. Why not? Also wearing a duster. Also wearing a Stetson. Oh, my video's off. Also wearing a Stetson. Pistol, rifle. Quite a nice rifle. Seems to be covered in a bit of cloth in the rifle boot. And if you've ever seen it, it's quite a nice one. Doesn't say a lot. Yeah, I'm a tank. What can I say? Fairly ruthless. If you've ever been involved with me, very stubborn. I'm never wrong.
So there's often around the fire, the camp at night, an interesting conversation that takes place between Seabor and Colt, especially when it comes to religion. Cool. Catherall, do you want to go next?
Yeah. Looks more or less the same. Wearing the duster, the hat, Colt on his hip, in a quick draw better. No, not you on my hip. Uh, he's when he's not actively doing anything, he's constantly shuffling or manipulating a deck of cards.
Okay.
So he's always fidgeting with it, rolling them over the back of his hand and things, and shuffling them again. Always keeping an eye out for anyone around him that might be trying to sneak up on him or something, especially going through the Sioux Nations. Riding his own horse with a shotgun in not a shotgun, a rifle in the boot as well. Seems to be carrying enough stuff to cope with most situations. Always likes to be ready.
Okay.
That's about it.
Okay. And finally, Sorentar.
Over there, just finished. Yeah. Like you'll see a guy, quite handsome, young, probably early 20s. Keeps himself to himself mainly. Rides a horse that he treats like family. His name's Blake Devereaux. And what you get out of him is he's a rancher by profession, family profession, and over talks by the campfire at night over food. His family's ranch was destroyed. Not sure who by, but he was out at town picking up provisions. When he got back, it was devastated. Nobody left. So he went very quiet whenever that's brought up. And that's Blake.
Excellent. So, welcome all. And well done on creating characters in record time, especially Sorentar and Seabor, who joined us at the very last minute. So it's always tricky to throw yourselves into a character creation session with zero prep and thought about what your character is going to be. So awesome stuff. All right. So late afternoon, September the 4th, 1880. The rattling and clattering of the armour-plated Deadwood stage is almost unbearable to all of you after 3 long days on the trail. But you manage to kind of keep yourself calm and push the anger and the irritation that is causing to the back of your head. It is late afternoon, probably 4 or 5 o'clock. You are still a day or so from Deadwood, from the town's boundaries, heading in from the north, following the Deadwood stage trail, but which runs kind of parallel to the Iron Dragon Railroad. In fact, more than likely, the Dragon Railroad follows the stage. In reality, those of you on horses, it's been a rough couple of days. You do occasionally kind of get yourselves into the wagon and take some time to sleep. The stage generally doesn't stop. It stops briefly overnight, but beyond that, not a lot. You know, as you kind of think about Deadwood, whilst the idea of kind of getting out of the Sioux Nation plains and arriving at Deadwood kind of comforts you a little bit, you're also a little bit apprehensive about what you might find there. It is rough and tumble reputation, and it's known for being a place where the unwary and those who are not ready simply do not survive their first visit. Let's start with each of you, other than Colt, making a notice roll. So, as wildcards, which is what player characters are, you'll find that when you roll notice, you will roll both your notice skill and a d6, which is your wild dice. If both of those come up snake eyes, you're in deep trouble. That's counted as a critical failure. Bad things may happen. Otherwise, your target number is 4. And if there was a penalty, I would tell you what the penalty is. And when you click on your notice skill to roll it, so if you click on the dice, I'm looking at off my mouse. I'm just looking at Blake for a second. You can see that there is a choose modifier, and you would set the modifier based on whatever the modifier might be. There isn't a modifier in this case. Okay. So Sibo. The other thing, please, can you all set your bennies to 3? So by doing that, you should just be able to go click the number, and it should be able to update your bennies. I don't know if I've got. I might have something. Ooh. Actually, I can do this.
I was going to say, it's not asking me.
There you go. I've refreshed all your bennies. I can do it myself. Perfect. So let's talk very briefly. Let's start again. Actually, what the hell? How does Tom Lowry have an 11 on his notice? That's because he
rolled a 6.
And 6 is explode.
Mm-hmm. All the fun.
All the fun. Yes. So a couple of things. So that is true. So first and foremost, target number is always 4. You are looking for 4s. There will be penalties on for some things. There may be no penalties for other things. An opposed test, it would be rolled against the skill of the person who is opposing you, or the thing that is opposing you. That sets the target number. You're then looking for raises. Every 4 points above the target number gives you a raise. So if you look at Tom, for instance, right now, on an 11, that's actually 1 raise. If he'd have got a 12, that would have been 2 raises. Raises give you the ability to do additional cool things. I'm not sure what a raise on a notice might give you, actually. I don't know if it gives you anything particularly exciting, but let's have a look.
When you're saying that they explode, my dice for notice is a 6. So I rolled the 6 and the 5, which is the 11 on the wildcard thing.
Correct.
So if it explodes, what's that mean?
You roll another d6.
Yeah, so if you roll the maximum, you will then roll another d6, and if that
comes up to 6, so you roll again.
Yeah, etc., etc. Yeah.
So basically, I should have another d6 to roll then.
No.
The wild card is a 6, which rolled a 5.
Correct.
My dice is a 6, which I rolled.
Yeah, but if you expand your 11, you will see that it also rolled a 5. Adds the 2 together, gives you your 11.
Oh, so the wild dice doesn't get added to it.
Correct.
To make sure that it's not a 1. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The wild dice is we're special characters, so we've always got a chance of a d6.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless it's unskilled.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
unless you're untrained, and then it's just unskilled, it's just a pure default.
So the second d6 is basically, it's like advantage. You choose the best dice.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you can think of it like that. So let's have a look.
Okay.
So Seabor. Okay, so where I was going with this and why I was doing this is because Seabor rolled page 71. I'm looking for summary of bennies. Okay. So a benny, you each have 3. I have 1 per player. And then that's a generic pool that I can use. And then you will also face minor bosses and boss level things that would also be wildcards that will have their own pool of bennies as well. So typically speaking, a benny can be used to re-roll any test. You make the roll from scratch. you can keep spending and re-rolling as long as you like and take the best of the attempts. You can also use it to Benny to soak to soak damage. I think that's about it. So it's like a complete reroll or soak damage. It is like a luck token. Correct. Yeah. But you have okay, so the reason I mentioned that was obviously because Seabor got a 3, so he could choose to spend a Benny. You would click on that Benny and then you would re-roll. Tom, you got super success. Blake, you got a success, and I'm not seeing Colt.
Because you told him he didn't need to.
He was inside, wasn't he? So he couldn't.
Colt is inside. Okay. So, Seabor, you're just kind of riding along, muttering to yourself.
I've changed my name.
Change your name. Sorry, cool. Gotcha.
William L. Brooks.
William L. Billy Brooks. Gotcha, Billy.
Yeah, Billy Brooks.
So, Billy, you're just riding along and muttering to yourself about this bloody stagecoach and the fact that you've been in the saddle for 3 days without any real rest.
Sandy McRotch.
Tom and Blake, ahead of you, you notice probably sort of 20 or so yards in front of the stage along the road that you're following. I mean, road in a loose term, right? This is just a dark. It's a road in the sense that there are wagon ruts on this kind of side of the wildlands that you're traveling through. It's the plains. It's it's kind of following a ridge. But you notice that there seems to be a slightly darker, maybe 2 or 3 feet wide, a darker patch of earth that seems to be running across the road. The wagon is the stagecoach is getting closer.
Call to the rider. There's something on the trail ahead. Slow the wagon while I go and check. I'll ride ahead.
Okay, as you ride ahead, you notice. So behind you, you can hear the "Whoa there, Bessie!" as the driver who you've got to know as what's his name? 1 second. No, believe it or not, it's not. It is Jeb McKeever and his brother, Big Danny McKeever. But Jeb kind of goes, "Oh there," and he kind of pulls on the reins and going, "Whoa, Bessie, whoa, Pete." As you ride forward, you can see that it appears to be a raised mound of dirt, the other side of which is a rather nasty rut in the road. Appears to have been deliberately dug.
Keep my eyes to the left, to the right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking either side of the ruts to see if there's anyone hiding ready to ambush when thing goes past.
Okay.
I'll draw my gun as well.
I'm going to see all this happening and draw my gun, even though I have no idea why.
Right.
You'd probably heard me telling the driver.
On a 3, possibly.
I'll take my Winchester out.
Yeah, so
Just put it across my lap.
you definitely get a sense of there's a sudden kind of air of unease, William, about the group as everybody suddenly tenses, and you watch as Tom kind of rides forwards. The wagon, the stage kind of stops just close to this kind of rut in the road.
I want to watch behind us then.
Yeah, no problem. So let me bring you to here. It is getting dark. There is a light that's cast from the wagon itself, and it was only because of super eagle eyes there that you actually spotted this. The stagecoach kind of comes to a sort of a halt just near the thing.
Hey.
From around a rock in front of you, a figure appears, casually resting a Winchester on his kind of shoulder, and he kind of, evening.
Is this yours? Is this your work? Or I'm guessing you and your friends? I'm looking around for his friends.
He kind of, he sort of, yeah. Kind of wasn't supposed to go like that. You weren't supposed to see it. You were supposed to run into it. Now we have a problem. Because you've just made this twice as hard for yourselves. So,
How do you figure?
well, me and my boys, and he kind of gestures around, and you notice that there are several figures, kind of hats, kind of popping up amongst the rocks. Me and my boys here, we want to make this all easy. Like, name me is Sam Bass. You might have heard of me. Might have heard of my boys, the Bass Gang. That's us. Look, we'll make it plain and simple. Just come out real peaceful, surrender your valuables, and we'll see about not harming you. You can get on your way nice and quick. Or put up a fuss, and it's going to be a bit of a difficult night for you. So, gentlemen, what's it going to be?
I'm going to look at Blake. I'm going to raise my eyebrows and go, "He's got boys."
It's terrible, isn't it? I'm going to shoot the one on the right next to me.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot the guy on the left.
Okay, so let's play through this then. So we've got to figure out how combat goes. It's going to be a bit slow tonight, I'm afraid, while we learn this, but let's have some fun. Okay, so we go for initiative. Now, initiative works very differently to other systems. I don't even know how this works. So let me just have a look. Okay, yeah. So right click, put yourselves on the initiative tracker as normal.
Right, you'll have to remind me.
Yep. So right click your token. You'll see a.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. I need to do something really quick.
Toggle combat state.
Toggle combat state. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird. My character can no longer pop out, but the combat tracker can.
Weird.
That's weird. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So I just need to update some people's tokens.
All right. How we? Okay. Where's the initiative roll?
Yep.
Yeah, that was me. It doesn't. It just says player one. So how do you know?
Yeah, hang on. I'm just updating characters because there is a slight problem with naming. So give me a sec. So we should have Billy, Sam. I just need to update. No. Yeah.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah.
That's proper dog shit draw, that.
Yeah, you lost.
So but hang on. Because some of you got quick draw, haven't you?
Yep.
That just gets rid of the -2 from drawing and firing, I think.
That gets rid of the -2 for drawing and firing. Yes, you are correct.
Yeah, it says you draw 2 cards when spending a penny for an additional action card at the beginning of a round.
Yeah.
May choose your final action card from any of your available hands.
Right.
Yeah.
So initiative. As we've done, we deal each wildcard a single action card plus any extras for edges. Allies under a player's control act on his own card. So technically, all the gang should act together. But it doesn't matter. We'll go separate for now. We then start the countdown. So once cards are dealt, the Games Master starts the round by counting down from ace down to 2, with each group resolving its actions when its card come up. Fortunately, the tracker puts them in order. So you wanted to try and get the drop on them. So I'm going to give you... Oh, actually...
Are you missing 2 Bascan?
We should have... Let's go 1. Hang on, we might be. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Except he's coming up as soldier, but he's not a soldier. He is. 6. There we go. Okay. So, we're going to start a round of surprise because you wanted to draw on the group first, whilst the conversation was still happening. I love that vicious,
Ruthless.
that ruthless streak in you. Yes.
These are just the same kind of predators that possibly wiped out my whole family, so fuck them.
So, Cole, you can hear this from the outside. So normally with a surprise round, what would actually happen is the side that starts the fight is not dealt cards but begins the fight on hold. Victims of the surprise attack must make notice rolls. Those who make it are dealt in as usual. Those who failed get no card the first round. So we're not going to do that. I'm just going to go round with the players first, and we'll do that properly next time. So, Cole, did you want to do anything from within the wagon? You can hear this voice sort of demanding that you come out and all peaceful like. Yep. Okay. Okay. All right. So you need to, I believe, make a prey roll. Yes. No modifiers. Okay, what have we got?
No, it should be 7. I think. I think you rolled a 6 on your wild and got a 1. I think.
Yeah.
You got 1 on your dice.
Yeah, so you need to refresh your UI. So for some reason the UI's kind of got a bit flaky, so I probably would need to reboot the server. So you've got so on your wild dice came up with a 6 and then a 2, give you an 8, which means you got a success plus a raise. So if we look at your power, so you're going to cast deflection. It's going to cost you 3 points. Okay, so does that manifest itself? Okay, so just reduce your power points down to. Well, I've done that for you, down to 12, and you have deflection running on you.
As the ready brat man steps out of the fucking coach.
What I want to know is where the fuck does he get hot milk out here?
Trace out the cow.
Yes,
Well, it's a bit salty, isn't it?
That's because it's a little boy donkey. We've had this conversation. Yeah, sick fuck.
Yeah.
Don't get it in your eye.
Don't get it in your eye. Okay, so you have deflection running. So you have to remind me. So you choose: is it melee or ranged attack you want the deflection to happen? You've got to raise. So with the raise, the penalty applies to both. Okay.
Reading the description, because I was thinking of doing that a minute ago, but is it against a single target or everyone that shoots at you?
Everyone that shoots at you.
Nice.
With success, foes must subtract 2 from either melee or ranged attacks. With a raise, the penalty applies to both. Okay, so you step out, brandishing your holy, your Bible, crossbow, shotgun in the other hand, and you speak the words of the Lord, and you feel bolstered by His Holy Spirit. So you have 2 actions. Movement is not counted as an action, but opening the door would be. You've still got some movement. I would say you've got probably 3 more squares worth of movement left. Okay, so then let's go to Billy.
Okay.
No
I
idea why that disappeared.
I was trying to measure something. What the fuck?
You put that's a
Exploded.
template.
Yeah.
That's no worries. I can delete those.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to shoot that. I've still got Medi's dice in the way, but so I select the target. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, again, I don't think this is going to be as robust as the D&D rule set was, so we might have to do manual calculations.
So I've selected the target.
Yep.
I kind of got to shoot him, haven't I?
Yeah.
So just roll the dice.
Yeah. So just go to your shooting skill. Actually, if you go to your weapon,
Yeah.
and on your weapon, you should be able to click on the. If you click on the icon for the weapon that you want to use, you will see that it brings up a bunch of traits. So, for instance, it brings up shooting. You don't have the fan the hammer or improve fan the hammer edges, so you can only shoot.
Okay, so click that then.
Okay, it's
Don't
going
have
to tell
enough.
you you're not loaded, so let me just load your weapon first for you. So if everybody wants to go into their character sheet, and on the weapons that you have, set your shots to the maximum, because we assume that you start fully loaded, of course. Anyway, carry on. I've just updated you, so you should be good.
Okay, choose a modifier. Cold shot.
Okay, so there will be a modifier. These guys are partially in cover. So let me have a look. Sorry, I've just clicked on it myself. Let me do this. So they are going to be in. They're going to be in light cover. So select light cover, and also select. Yeah, just select light cover for now.
There isn't one.
It should be.
No. Damage modifiers.
If you click on choose a modifier
Yep, did that.
and scroll down, so you've got trait modifiers, attack modifiers, range and cover, and then illumination.
Nope.
No.
No. I've got search, damage modifiers, cold shot, weakness, resistance, desperate attack 2, desperate attack 4.
Okay.
I can add a modifier.
Yeah, do you not have a list of modifiers below? I'm curious.
No, I'm clicking on the name or additional encumbered. No. Damage rolls, reload.
So in the chat box, you should see your Colt Peacemaker has popped up.
Yeah.
Click on shooting there.
Yeah, done that.
And then you should have choose a modifier.
Yeah. Ah, now it's there. Right, okay, so where are we? Range, cover. Light cover, you say?
Light cover. Yeah.
Okay, light
And then
cover,
hit roll.
-2.
And then hit roll.
There we go.
So as you kind of squeeze off your round, it kind of dings. It would ding off the rock unless you wish to kind of spend a Benny and re-roll.
Right, let's spend a Benny and see what happens, shall we?
So hit Benny. Re-rolls everything.
All right, so it's bad. Yeah.
Just as bad. So you try and target. Yeah. So you squeeze, and he kind of ducks himself down beneath the rock. If you imagine you're on these rocks are slightly raised up above you, so he kind of ducks down, and you watch with dissatisfaction as your bullet kind of ricochets off the rock near him. That's your first action. Your weapon's rate of fire is.
Don't know.
1. So you don't think you can shoot again.
No.
Where does it say rate of fire?
I can't see rate of fire.
Properties, rate of fire. Yeah, 1.
Under the description in chat as well, it's the next one to the end.
Yeah.
After the ranges.
Just double checking whether rate of fire lets you fire multiple.
Is it 1 per round or 1 per action?
That's why I'm just double checking. Sorry.
Yeah. See, mine's right. Okay.
Character can't fire more than his weapon's rate of fire in 1 round. So, So you are. Yeah. Okay. So you still have an action left, but you can't shoot.
I'm going to dismount if I can do that.
Yeah, you can dismount as an action, not a problem. Okay, so you get yourself off your horse.
Yes.
Okay, no worries. Tom, same goes for you. You're up. 2 actions plus a move. In terms of a move, you can move. I think it's 6 yards or 3 squares.
Oh, so can I move as well?
You could have moved 3 squares. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realise that.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
3 squares. I've got no grid on here, so I can't.
Yeah. Let me give you a grid. 1 second. Appreciate there's no grid turned on. How is the grid turned on? There you go. You got a grid.
Okay. So I can move 3 squares.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to run across there.
Okay, so you're heading towards the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. All right, Tom, you're up.
Okay. The boss, I'm assuming, Sandbass, isn't in cover because he was
He is
standing out
not in
front.
cover. He's not in cover to you. He would be in cover to somebody like Cole or Blake, but not to you.
Okay. Then I shall take a shot at him.
Okay, go for it.
Uh,
Likewise, he's no, he's not in cover, so it's a straight open roll.
so I had to keep spamming reload to actually put bullets in because if I wanted to edit and put them in, it wouldn't accept it.
Oh, okay, weird.
So,
Maybe that's
yeah.
because maybe that's a DM function.
Yeah. Winchester's empty because of that. So I'm using this. I've got trait rolls, shooting, double tap.
Yes. So you okay. Go for straight up just basic shooting, and I'll double check what double tap requires.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Bloody hell. Here we go. Be glad we're not doing a Thursday because your dice would be shit. Okay, so you have hit Sam Bass. You've hit Sam Bass, and you've also got 2 raises.
Yeah, it is making up for Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone's critting me on Sunday, so.
Roll your damage, please.
Okay. Where do I? There we go. Damage rolls.
Yeah.
Just
Damage roll 2d6 plus 1.
I've got roll and I've got plus rolled raise next to it. Do I do any of those or?
Hang on, I'm just double checking.
Yep,
If your hero gets a raise on his attack roll, he adds plus 1d6 to the final total. This roll may also aid. So go for it.
So I've got roll, 2 different buttons, roll and then rolled raise.
Yeah, roll
So
raise.
roll.
So roll first. Roll first.
Okay, so
6. Now roll raise.
that's closed the window, so I need to click on.
Okay. So go back to the 2d6 plus 1. Click that again, and this time roll with raise. There you go. So you've burnt one of your raises, and you have got a total of 8 points of damage. However,
do other stuff with your race, can't you?
yeah. No. So bonus damage allows you to spend a raise, and then you can spend a raise. The damage of the attack is compared to the victim's toughness, just like a trait roll. So you got 8. His toughness is 7. So he becomes shaken, and you would do. So you did 13 in total, which is 2 raises. Oh, it's a raise on the damage roll. Gotcha. So you didn't do. Yeah. So your damage is 8. His toughness is 7, so you would have needed 11 damage to trigger a raise. You haven't triggered a raise on his damage, so he is just shaken.
So what does a raise on the hit give you then?
Damage. Yeah. No, it's just it doesn't increase the damage. The roll. It adds a plus D6 for the raise. Multiple raises don't make any difference on the bonus damage.
Right, okay. So having 2 raises didn't give me another
What
ability that I
about
could do or
multiple?
something.
Yeah, what about multiple raises on the attack?
Yeah, so well-placed attacks are more likely to hit vital areas and so do more damage. If your hero gets a raise on his attack roll, regardless of how many raises, he adds 1d6 to the final total. That roll may also ace.
Right, okay.
So what you'll find eventually, I believe from memory, is there will be certain edges that can be triggered on a raise.
Right, okay.
So then you start thinking about how you spend your raises. So in this case, you shoot at him. It kind of zings. It kind of zings, kind of close to his feet, enough to get him shaken.
Right. So is the only reason I didn't hurt him because he spent a penny?
No. If he'd have spent a bet, I clicked on spend a penny. It didn't quite do what I thought it was going to do. So if I click on him and resolve damage, sorry. Oh, yeah. Okay. So Sandbass is about to take 1 wound. Do you want to attempt to soak? Okay, I can take a wound.
I was going to say, because otherwise we're not going to be able to hurt them, because that was half decent roll on damage.
Yeah. Okay. So there we go. Oh, he wasn't shaken. Oh, okay. So, all right. It doesn't matter. Carry on, because otherwise I'm going to get this wrong, and it's going to take forever to kind of sit. So, okay. So that's it. That's your first action. Do you want to do anything else? If your weapon's rate of fire is 1, you can't shoot it again.
Yeah, it is. So I've got another action, have I? Or
Yeah.
just
Everybody has
move?
2 actions.
Okay. So I could
You've
use
also got movement.
And movement. Yeah.
it. Am I in cover
Oh,
from?
hang on. Characters perform actions when their card comes up each round. A character can move and perform 1 regular action.
All right, okay,
So
there you go.
That's what you can do. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You can perform multiple actions in a round at a cost. So characters can perform multiple actions such as intimidating someone while blasting away with a shotgun, running and fighting, attacking with a weapon in each hand, except you can't fire a weapon more than the rate of fire, and you may not make more than 1 fighting attack with the same weapon in 1 round. So you can't perform the same action twice. But each additional action attempted in a round subtracts 2 from all rolls. Got to bear that in mind as we go forward.
I've got a PDF somewhere that I used to print out for my players. I have all these kind of, what you could do in a round and all the modifiers and shit.
Yeah, that'd be useful. Let's find that and get that out. Okay, so yeah, just call it done for the time being, and then we'll move on.
Am I in cover from these guys on the sides?
You will be in cover from anything on the opposite side of the wagon to you. So the guys behind you, you're not in cover to.
No, but Basgang 2 looks to be behind some rocks. So at the moment, if he shot from there, would I be in cover to him?
Yes, unless he moves. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Cool. All right, Blake, you're up. Sorry. We'll get
What's the movement of a horse, by the way?
movement of a horse.
Yeah, because I'm on a horse. So
Well, good question. Good question.
That's a damn good soak, this guy.
A bull moves at. Oh, it doesn't say.
okay, horse riding. Let me see. Pace of. It's got a pace of 10.
Okay, so you can move 5 squares.
Okay. So, just as an instance, so if I move,
You are kicking your horse and galloping over there, or just riding?
is that really rough brush, or is it just sort of like
It's
low
just-
level?
It's just low level brush.
Okay, so if I ride my horse 5 squares,
Yep.
to that square, I'm assuming that guy's then not in cover.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, so I'll move there.
Yep.
And I will shoot him.
Okay.
Okay. Do we target in this?
Yes, we do.
How do we do that?
Just click on the double right click on the target. And then if you click on the icon next to your weapon, it'll bring it up on the yeah, target's gone off again.
Is that showing?
That showed to me, yeah.
It's not updating on my side. So
Yeah.
right, so
So if you hit shooting, no cover.
okay. It's just a roll now, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so again you hit with a raise, so now you can roll your damage. So where it says damage roll your damage with raise.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. We resolve damage.
Yeah, he did.
Hang on, is that right? So let's check if it's right.
Yeah. You got an 8. Sorry.
Yeah, it adds on. It adds up, doesn't it? So yeah.
Yeah. You got an 8 plus a 6 plus a 6 plus a 4.
Yeah.
You do 2d8. Yeah, so 2d8 minus 1. 20 minus 1 plus 4. 23 damage. He's going to take 4 wounds. He's dead.
Okay.
Basically, you kind of kick your horse in, kind of rush it through the stones, and as you come round, you get a clear bead on one of the gang members, and you just almost point blank, shoot him with your rifle. You watch him go down. Okay? So top of the round then, we re-roll initiative every round. Just so you're aware.
Yep.
And then when a joker is rolled, that triggers something, but then that's when you reshuffle the card deck and it starts again. So we don't reshuffle the card deck in between rounds. So top of the round, Bass Gang 2. Seeing what's happened, he kind of fumbles to pull out his so he spends an action to pull out his Cult Frontier. He then steps forwards, trying to get a line of sight on Tom. So that's his second action. So this is now at a -2 as he tries to shoot you there. So he's going to do this.
So we do get 2 actions, not just a move and an action.
You get a move and an action, but you can do multiple actions. So in his case, he's drawing his pistol, he's shooting at you, but each dice roll that's required for those is at a -2.
Okay.
Your quick draw holster, I believe, negates that -2. Okay,
Right.
so he...
Well, I couldn't have shot and used the power because that would have been 2 separate things.
No, you could absolutely do that. But again, each would be at a -2.
Right, okay.
For some reason, I can't do what I want to do. Okay, so he's going to be at a multi-action penalty of -2. Now, he's not a wild card, so he doesn't roll the wild card. Why is that not working?
You can draw your weapons down onto your hotbar as well, by the way, which makes it easier to get it on to your chat.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay. So unfortunately, it is going to hit. Do you? You're going to. Right, let's do this. Doesn't have.
How's parry work then?
Harry's melee.
Okay.
So if you click, so can you see that Bass Gang damage 9 on your screen?
No. All I can see is question marks on your rules.
Okay, sorry. Okay, let me do this. Right, now you can see it, yeah?
Yeah.
If you click on resolve damage, it will tell you what's going to happen to you. So you're going to take 1 wound. Do you want to spend a penny to soak it?
How does soak for free work? Because I've got that as an option as well.
Yeah, everybody has that as an option, but nobody can do that
Okay.
unless there's a reason to give you soak for free.
That's fine. Yes, I will spend a penny. I'm just wondering, how does the damage work then?
Okay,
I
so
thought,
so damage is based on your toughness.
yeah.
So if the damage exceeds your toughness, with a success, you become shaken, and for each raise over your toughness, you become wounded. So what's your character's toughness?
5.
So he has a raise on you, which is why you're going to get damage. Because he's got a 9, and so that's 4 points above your total.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to figure out, whether it was points per damage above or
No.
something else. Right, okay, so it's only ever going to be 1 unless they actually get 4 points more, which
Correct.
case it goes. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I will spend a penny.
Okay, so you should be able to click on spend a penny to soak. And therefore, you get no damage. I think I've just... So have you got a box that's appeared now?
Yeah, with vigor test to soak.
Yeah, so make your vigor test. You soaked all wounds. By the way, increase your. I accidentally spent an extra Benny. No, I didn't. Yeah, yes, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Give yourself a point of Benny back. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool.
Okay, so if I hadn't have spent the Benny, I'd have rolled something that could have potentially soaked it anyway.
No,
Is that how it works?
No. So if you hadn't have spent a Benny, you would have gone shaken and taken a wound.
Right. Okay.
Gotcha. Thank you. Perfect. Yeah, there we go. I will double check all this and continue reading the rules next week. Okay, so we are Billy. You're up.
I am indeed. I'm gonna shoot him again.
Okay.
So no modifiers.
No modifiers because you are not in. He's not in cover. No.
Right, close range or anything like that? No.
You're close range, but short range conveys no positive effect.
Target is vulnerable.
Target is not vulnerable.
Sorry?
Target is not vulnerable.
Oh. Okay, so how does aiming work? Is that one of my actions?
Yes.
Okay, so if I spend one of my actions aiming, I can fire, yes?
So you have to aim is a full round action though. Sorry.
Right, okay, so I can, okay, right, so no modifiers. Okay, roll.
Look at that. Okay, so that gives you target of 4. That gives you 2 raises. So likewise, so if you roll your damage now and select the roll damage with raise option.
Where is that? Because that's not coming up.
Yeah, so below on your Cult Peacemaker card in chat, you should see at the bottom damage rolls, and it should say 2d6 plus 1.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Choose a modifier. Right, no modifier.
Yeah.
No modifier. No
roll raise. So
roll raise. Yes, roll raise. 8 points of damage. So I'm going to resolve the damage. He is an extra, so he doesn't have anything. So he's become shaken. So you have made him shaken. He hasn't taken a wound. He is just shaken.
Not stirred though.
No.
okay. All right. I can still move. Yeah.
You can still move. You can absolutely still move.
Okay. So if I go to there, does that give me cover?
That will put you in light cover. Yes. You'd need to take an action if you want to go into hard heavier cover, but for now it gives you a basic light cover.
Okay. Right. Cool.
All right. Right. He's gone. So Colt, you're up. You're no longer defending's dropped off, but you've still got your power running, I believe. Deflect. Go for it. Into which guy?
That's me.
This one. Okay. Both barrels.
Never liked him.
Never liked him. Okay, well, go for it then. Go for your roll. Are you using slug? Okay, go for shooting buckshot. Don't do damage. Do shooting buckshot. No. I'm gonna give him light cover because you are kind of trying to fire around the horses. So apply a light cover penalty.
Those horses are going to love you.
They're going to scare the shit out of them.
Yep. Go again. Holy. Okay. I have no idea what it rolled there, but it rolled pretty well. So that's a hit. And that would appear to be. So it's not a raise, so it's just a straightforward hit. So just roll your damage without a raise. Do buckshot short.
What was your multi-action, by the way?
He's not got a multi-action. You put multi-action penalty on.
Yeah, I'm just looking. He's got multi-action and he's offhand. Okay.
Yeah. Change it on the sheet. I am going to. Well, he's going to do that. He's dead. Basically, you unleash one barrel at him. You still have a second barrel which you can shoot. That will be a multi-action penalty if you choose to do that, of course. Oh, okay. You're going to lose both into him. All right, that's fair enough. Okay. Tom. You watch as the preacher calling out litanies to God basically just blows the guy closest to you away.
Okay.
Praise the Lord. God bless
Yeah.
America.
Do I? I'm going to try casting and shooting at this guy.
Okay, so you're on -2s to both rolls.
Right. So, how do I cast? Is that the
Okay.
spell casting
So
skill?
it is a spell casting roll. What are you casting?
Deflection.
Okay. Yeah. So literally roll. So it costs 3 power points. So reduce your power points by 3. And then you are going to.
Spell casting smart.
You're going to use your spellcasting skill, and your aim is a 4. You succeed, which means you can choose. Do you want ranged or melee?
That's wrong because I didn't put any penalties on there.
Yeah. Okay, re-roll it with a -2 penalty. I'll let you re-roll with a -2.
-2.
So multi-action penalty -2.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yay.
Now that.
Can I use a Benny on that?
Can you use a
I'm
Benny?
not sure. I'm not sure you can on the Snake Eyes.
You can't on Snake Eyes, no.
Because the Benny
So-
buttons come up, so I was hoping.
So, this is where the fun happens.
1 second.
Okay, so
No, the demon.
he's got to deal with the devil, I believe.
Oh, I thought that was one of the advanced things that I have to do.
Yeah, I think you have to deal with the devil. Just checking the rules.
Here we go. Backlash. Critical failure on a spellcasting roll causes the huckster a level of fatigue, and all currently active powers are terminated.
Got it. Okay.
That's not deal with devil something for hucksters may not short or spend bennies for power points, but can deal with the devil for the ability to cast powers.
Got it. Yes. Okay.
So,
Just
Okay,
checking
so
that
you
Benny
are
Snake Eyes thing.
fatigued.
okay. So what's that do?
Fatigue is a condition that you don't want. Sorry, I know that's pretty obvious.
I'm just trying to. I'm trying to see if there's a way to add it on the character sheet. There doesn't appear to be.
Yeah, I have done. I've added it. It's next to your wounds.
Oh yeah. So do I still get to shoot as well, even though that's backfired, or does that stop my go now?
I'm just looking what fatigue gives you. Great. It's like all over the place, but not where you want it to be. Page 100. Gotcha. Right, I think it's page 100. 1 sec. Okay, fatigue. The victim subtracts 1 from all trait rolls. If he takes another level of fatigue, he's exhausted. And then you subtract 2. And if you take a third level, you become incapacitated. Doesn't stop you, but you're now on a -2, -3 to your roll.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
So so the first one, then the second one, and then you go incapacitated.
choose modifier. I don't have any way to add -3. I've got a minus multi-action
No,
penalty of
just do
-2,
-2.
-4.
Just do -2. It'll do it itself.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, it's got a fatigue already on there.
Yeah, cool.
Just watch another Snake Eyes now. Oh no, the opposite.
Quite the opposite. Okay, so target number of 4 gives you 1 raise, so roll your damage with raise.
It's not brought up a box for damage.
That's because you rolled you rolled it. Yeah, there you go. You've clicked roll your damage with raise. Holy shit. Jesus Christ, can we stop trying to kill my bad guys? Okay, so I'm going to resolve damage, but I'm going to spend a Benny to soak because I can. So I'm going to roll. I have a -1 penalty because I am
shaken.
He's going to take 3 wounds. No, actually, I'm going to spend a Benny to re-roll. I can take 2 wounds. So he's going to take 2 wounds.
So he's taken 3 now, total.
He's taken 3. He's in a bad way.
Yeah, I'll be down on that.
Okay. That's Tom done. Bass Gang leader is going to roll spirit and try and recover. He recovers from shaken.
but that's the only action he can do.
But that is it. That's all he can do. Yeah, that's all he can do. He has 3 wounds. Basgang 1. Where's Basgang 1? Is over here. So he's going to step around the rocks and he's going to try and target. Oh, God. Who's he going to target?
You can't see anyone.
Well, he can. He's going to target Billy. It's at 10 meters, so it's double check this. Colt Frontier, 12 meters, so he's at normal range. Why that's not working? He's going to try and shoot Billy. Oh, no, that's fighting. Yeah, right. That will be on a -2, so that will miss because there's an intervening rock between the two. Blake, you're up. We're going to stop at the end of Sam's turn, I think, because it's getting late.
Okay. I'm going to move my horse. I'm assuming I want to try and make it to about. I'm not getting any mark. I can't see anything on this thing, by the way.
Can't see anything.
Move to there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can see Basgang 1.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, so I can't see when I try and ping anything. I can't see anything when I'm targeting stuff, so I'm not getting any feedback off the actual thing. So,
Okay.
Yeah, weird.
It is weird.
It's work.
Is that target? Is Basgang 1 targeted? He's not. Okay.
No.
Sweet. Right.
Shooting. Oh my God. Perfect. Okay, so time number 4. That's going to be.
It's just the damage with the raise, isn't it? Because it's an attack.
Yeah, it's damage with a raise. I mean, it's wasted.
Wasted.
Damage with a raise.
Luckily, I've got steady hands. What I took it for. Alright, where's the damage? Damage.
You get -1, roll with raise. Good God. 11. Okay, so let me resolve damage. Take a wound. He's dead. Okay.
How's that?
So Sam throws his weapon to the ground and puts his hands up. All right, you got me.
Shoot him.
Well, so technically, top of the round, it is Billy first.
There may be a bigger. I'll shout out. There may be a bigger bounty with him alive.
Oh, well, once he's finished his go, won't the initiative re-roll again? So it could be somebody else's go.
Oh yeah, actually, you are correct. Yes. So let's see where that lands, but we are going to probably stop.
This is
first. So,
so yeah, so it's right.
For some reason, Colt's. What are you doing, Colt? Why did it reset you? Yeah, don't click it because it automatically does it. Yes. There you go. Right. Okay, so first and foremost, right, we're going to pause there and we are going to come back to this next week. You got a Joker, which means you can do all sorts of weird stuff with a Joker.
So what did you click to re-roll initiative?
Is that not?
Yeah, don't do that because that takes you off the tracker and back on the tracker. So when you do a Joker,
Is that a
You can
jack?
go whenever you want in the round, interrupting other characters. You get a +2 to all traits and +2 to damage.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you know. All right, let's call it is late, and I know a couple of people have to get up early for work tomorrow, so let's call it there. We'll pick up next week as Sam Bass is trying to surrender with the pacifist Cole at the top of the round. And I'll take some time in the week to continue reading the rules and just refresh, because it's been such a long time since we played this.
Yeah, next Monday I'll be travelling back from Bloodstock, but I should be back, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Good.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for the invite, Red. Said.
You're welcome. Glad to see everybody again, and great to have a few extra people playing. So happy days. I will see you all next week.
Yep.
Cool.
Indeed.
See you next week.
Bye, guys.
Right. Night.